afternoon, everyone. This is the project Vedic Talks, and I'm its host, Mariya Grylyuk, the teacher of Transcendental Meditation. Today we have a special guest, Girish Momaya. He is the director of Maharishi European Research University and one of the closest people to Maharishi. Today we will speak about living Vedic tradition, usefulness in modern world.
My name is Girish Momaya, and I am here at Maharishi Vedic University in Netherlands. It's in the south of Netherlands. It's a very nice big campus where we teach Vedic science and all things related to Transcendental meditation, which Maharishi brought it out to the world, and we'll talk more about it. I'm also director of International Maharishi Ayurveda Foundation and director at Maharishi Ayurveda Europe. And that company is related to production and distribution of Ayurveda products. But my specialty here is on Vedic sciences that Maharishi has taught us. Yes.
Thank you, Girish. And the first question will be, what is the connection between transcendental meditation and the broader Vedic tradition?
That's beautiful. Transcendental meditation, as we know, has been brought to the world by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. And Maharishi himself comes from Vedic tradition. His master was Shankaracharya in Himalaya, on the north seat of, spiritual and Vedic knowledge in India. And also the knowledge underlying this simple, effortless technique that is coming from Vedic tradition. Vedic tradition of ancient masters of knowledge that gives enlightenment to individual and harmony in society, and it's a very simple, innocent, effortless technique that every individual can do at home, sitting with eyes closed, 20 minutes morning, 20 minutes evening, and connect oneself. What is transcendental meditation? It's a technique that mind very systematically, very easily, very naturally starts experiencing finer levels of thinking process. The mind that is normally going out and connecting with diversities of the world gets collected finer and finer and finer levels. It traverses to more inner levels of peaceful, harmonious, blissful nature of inner being, and connects to that source from where the thoughts come, from where our creativity springs, from where our intelligence comes. And that source is filled of pure intelligence. It's like a silent bottom of the ocean. On the level of surface level of the ocean, many waves are there. And as we go finer, it settles and it settles and it settles. So calm, integrated mind, and with a lively potential of all creativity, all intelligence. So finer we go, we are connecting to more creative layers of nature's functioning. So we know all our successes, all our accomplishments outside are based on something coming from inside, our thoughts, our creativity. Great artists, great architects, they go in to find the best things. And more one is able to bring out the total potential of one's mind, one is more successful and one is more accomplished. And this is something that was lost to humanity. It's a gift from Vedic tradition that, just by sitting easily, closing the eyes, and totally spontaneously experiencing inner bliss. And Maharishi opened it to scientific community, and all the researches were done on that, and they were found immensely beneficial. The rest that the mind and body gets is like almost double than one gets in during night sleep, and one becomes fresh and stresses are gone, and one is more creative, more happy, more in harmony with it, within oneself and with the environment, and it transforms life. That's a big gift that Maharishi brought.
So basically, everyone can meditate, even children, yes?
Yes, even children. And children from 10 years, they can sit and meditate and close the eyes. And there are trained teachers that Maharishi has trained. And even younger children, they have like walking mantra. It's a little different. They don't have to sit and meditate, but they can also do.
Beautiful. So that's also the uniqueness of TM, that we don't have to make mood. We don't make in the moods of that. We don't have to believe in the
Yes, yes. It's a very natural process. Nature of mind is to go towards greater happiness, to greater charm. And there is greater charm on the inner levels of mind, inner functioning. Finer levels are more charming. Finer levels are more integrated. Finer levels of more lively, creative, higher intelligence, higher wisdom. And mind just gets directed by its own gravity of that more unified levels. Natural process, it just was forgotten, and once the technique is known, then one knows how to meditate.
But how come it was forgotten? So why we had this situation that
Yes,
how it's forgotten?
correct. Time to time it gets revived, and time to time it gets forgotten. But why it was forgotten, human mind got engaged in outside world so much to do this, do this, do this, do this. And then watering the root of the tree while collecting the fruit is forgotten. Then, knowledge, enjoying the fruit too much, then you need to water, like, culturing the life itself, culturing the root of life, basis of life. Consciousness that is underlying all our activity, whether we are waking or dreaming or sleeping, there is consciousness, and it has contents, this, that. And when mind settles, and then what is pure consciousness? Consciousness by itself, where there are contents are gone and just pure consciousness remains. That is in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it's called, he says, Tadadrastu Swarupe Avasthanam. Then there, the mind connects to one's own nature, is one's own nature, pure consciousness. Samadhi, it's called. It's one's own pure nature, pure consciousness, pure knowingness. It is silent, unbounded awareness. And that is the beauty, to experience consciousness in its true, pure state. Because it's like nurturing the earth and it becomes fertile. We do fertilize our soil, and then it's a fertile soil. So it's culturing the consciousness. TM is culturing the consciousness, so that all our thoughts and our actions, our desires are in tune with natural law. They get fulfilled easily. We grow in life. We grow in our awareness by its own nature, So that is the beauty of this knowledge.
And we told that TM came from the Vedic tradition. And many people, they think that Vedas are the religious text. And how does TM present Vedic wisdom in the universal and secure way?
Beautiful. So just like modern science, there is Vedic science. And how does modern science approaches on objective level, finds the things and goes in deeper into it, and then deeper into it, and molecule and atom and subatomic particles and beyond subatomic, so quantum field theories, and so going finer from outer to inner. A Vedic knowledge is research in the field of consciousness, inwardly directed, and comes to that unified field, which is at the basis. Yoga is unity within us, unity with everything, and it is just field of complete balance and harmony. And so that is, very scientific, because scientific is like whatever is systematically approached and which can be always verifiable by the practice. And TM is like that. You do daily, you practice meditation easily, effortlessly, and you reach that level, finer, 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 taking a leap and coming out. It's like completely refreshing, releasing all the stresses and revitalizing our physiology, consciousness, mind, and coming out. So it's a beautiful science. And Maharishi was considered as one of the foremost scientists in the field of consciousness. He has given the wisdom of ancient Veda as a science. All the applications of Veda, he brought that scientific element. Always scientists were attracted to Maharishi. They were coming to him and they were talking about physics or chemistry or physiology or other fields, mathematics. And Maharishi was always connecting how it is explained, the deepest principles of science, how they equate to the field of Veda. Veda is not a religion. Veda is knowledge, field of knowledge. It's inscription of natural law. How natural law functions, how creation happens in the universe, how it's a language of nature, sequentially unfolding to different laws of nature and ever expanding universe. And that is Ved. That is also on what we call in science, like how science describes the laws of nature, laws of physics, laws of chemistry. So Ved is saying that this field is source of all the laws of nature, and it is open to human awareness, and humanity can take advantage of that. After all the laws of physics were discovered by human consciousness, because human consciousness coming to that level of attunement with natural law, and they found, oh, this is gravity, or oh, this is electromagnetism. And then the laws were found by human awareness, human inquiry.
So basically the scientists, they will be satisfied only if they will find this source again. So it's kind of the loop, yes?
Yeah, this is like a fulfillment of science, because outward, finer, how long you can go. Beyond that, what? Then beyond that is that source of everything, source of human life, source of creation, source of nature, from where everything has emerged. The laws that govern the universe are the same laws that govern human life. The whole infinite creative intelligence that is in our physiology, in our consciousness, is incredible what is going on in our body by itself. And that is natural law. That is natural law.
But does it mean that if, let's say, I don't have higher states of consciousness, that I cannot understand fully the Vedic text? Do you need for that to be in a higher states of consciousness to understand them fully?
That's very nice. What we can do is first learning transcendental meditation, and then to understand the mechanics, to understand what is the knowledge behind it, the Vedic knowledge. Then we listen to Maharishi, because Maharishi scientifically, systematically gives explanations of what our life is, what is the nature of life, how life grows, how our consciousness grows, what is the experience of transcendence, and what is the influence of transcendence in other, very day-to-day life, how nature of life is evolutionary, how our consciousness evolves to higher states. So one thing is that we do TM and experience that, and come out into activity, normal day-to-day activity. Again, evening, we sit and meditate and come out after 20 minutes, doing daily. There is a transformation happening. We are releasing more stresses from our physiology. Our physiology becomes more pure, our consciousness becomes more pure. And gradually, evolution takes place. We are experiencing life transformation that is going towards greater harmony, greater wisdom, greater knowledge, more power, more abilities to accomplish our desires and bring fulfillment to our life, life of our environment. And that is, a wonderful thing. Evolution of consciousness to higher states, like ultimately evolution to cosmic consciousness, to God consciousness, to unity consciousness. The Vedic exploration of human consciousness is not just living like waking, dreaming, and sleeping states of consciousness. There are higher evolutions, and that Maharishi has opened the gates to this by this very, very simple technique, and doing it daily, and then evolving in our consciousness. And that knowledge was lost to humanity, and now it is available that, we can start living higher states of consciousness, not just waking, dreaming, sleeping, but higher consciousness, more wisdom, more integration, more unified levels of life.
Beautiful. Is there one core message from Vedas that you feel humanity needs today?
Living in alliance with natural law. That is the biggest thing, like, by meditating. So what Veda says, that when we come to our own pure self, that is natural law. We align ourselves to natural law. And so that alignment, attunement to natural law is seen after we come out and regular practice of meditation, more and more attunement with natural law. So what spontaneously our actions are right. Spontaneously we don't make mistakes. Spontaneously our desires are in tune with natural law. And thereby all our life, desires or even what is not yet desired comes to fulfillment, because nature starts supporting our life. It's just we do on culturing the consciousness, and nature brings the fruits, like that. Just like a farmer, what he does, he prepares the soil and sows the seeds and removes the weeds and connects the field with the water. Then nature is growing the crop. Nature is growing the fruits and vegetables and everything. But that preparation farmer does. Like that, what we are preparing, our connecting with that source of our thinking, pure consciousness, our connecting with removing all stresses and strain. Natural byproduct of TM. Clouds in consciousness are gone, stresses in the physiology are gone. So now what happens? Nature opens up to growth. Growth is natural. Evolution of human life is a natural law. So attuning with natural law is automatically, spontaneously, life evolves. Life evolves to higher levels.
Beautiful. Thank you. And why it is the importance to be regular? Why we cannot connect to the source maybe once and then we will be always support with nature?
Yeah, because we plant the seed and we water the roots day by day, because to bring the tree big, it takes time.
Okay.
Like evolution of life takes time. Once it's completely evolved, once the person is enlightened, then it's a big tree with strong roots. Then, meditation is natural. Like he's living that state of meditation in most dynamic, active life. So then it becomes natural. That's like a cosmic consciousness, enlightened state, where whatever you are doing, waking, dreaming, sleeping, whether you are, doing normal activity or most dynamic activity, that level of self is never lost. that consciousness is always there.
So when you reach cosmic consciousness, you don't need to meditate anymore.
And you are eternally in the state of meditation while even acting. So right now you close your eyes and meditate and you attain, and then you come out and it's, you have something, and then you are in activity and it gets lost, and then again you meditate. So it's like that. There's a white cloth and you want to put a yellow dye on it, yellow color on it. You dip the cloth in the yellow dye and then bring it in the sun, and it gets dry and then it's faded. The dye is not the same color. Then you dip again and you bring out and dry again. Again it gets faded, but little bit more is retained. Little bit more is retained. Little bit more, like that. That infusion of being is retained more and more and more until it is, color of the dye and color of the cloth is fast, same. Like that.
Great for the establishing the pure consciousness.
Perfect. Very right. Very right. Stabilizing that pure consciousness.
Okay.
It's two activities, like meditating and coming out into activity. And then again meditating and coming out into daily activity. Like that, and it gets stabilized.
Beautiful. And if you could summarize Maharishi's vision in just a few words, what would they be?
Mahari's vision is that to realize that life is bliss. Nature of life is expansion of happiness. And it's easy and natural and spontaneous. And with this practice, Mahari's vision is to bring enlightenment to individual and bring peace, harmony, invincibility to the whole world. That there is complete harmony and world peace. And for that, Maharishi brought out, the application of Vedic technology. When a good number of people together practice Transcendental meditation, TM-Sidhi, advanced program of TM, together, then the influence is generated in the collective consciousness. So Vedic science, Vedic civilization had this concept of collective consciousness, harmony in collective consciousness. When collective consciousness is in harmony, incoherent, then negativity disappears from the society. So positive trends come up. And many scientific researches with the groups of practitioners of Transcendental meditation and TM-Sidhi programs have proven that trends in society change. Crime rate goes down, accidents go down, all kinds of negativity go down and positivity go up. And one of the biggest experiment was done in USA for the whole country, when for about 4 years from 2007 to 2011, they had collected square root of 1% of the population, which is necessary to bring enough coherence for the whole country. And during these 4 years, it was measured that all the negativity, all and government data, police data, FBI data were taken, compared what happened before, few years before and during that time and few years after that. So, all the graphs that were climbing up and keeping high, all different kinds of crimes, they started coming down. And once that experiment finished and ended because of the financial reason to keep intact that big number of people, and then gradually in a year or two again the trends went up. And that's a very fascinating research to study and observe, and it can be repeated. It has been repeated many times, and this is the solution that Maharishi has given for world peace. Vedic science, application of Vedic science, Vedic technology of consciousness to bring benefit of the field effect of consciousness. See, a field has an effect, like electromagnetism field can create electricity, create magnetism. Gravity pulls everything towards it and keeps everything, together in the cosmos. More profound than all these fundamental forces is the consciousness, field of consciousness. And it's in physics, they have realized this as a unified field of natural law. And this is application of same, whether we call it Vedic technology or modern technology. It's technology to bring coherence in collective consciousness. It's like every person, whether he is coherent or incoherent, contributes to collective consciousness. And then if there is more harmony in the collective consciousness, then collective consciousness influences individuals within the society to be more harmonious. There's like a magnetic field effect like that is generated. Influence of harmony is generated in society. Influence of progress is generated in society. And that is the society that grows in happiness, harmony, and progress.
So that's why it is important to have the groups like in a one place. Otherwise, we cannot produce the enough harmony and peace to the collective consciousness. Correct?
Right. Because then the number required is small.
Mm.
Like if we have 1% of population meditating, then you don't need a group even. Then that will be enough to create that transformation in society.
Mhm.
But if 1% is not meditating, then square root of 1%, but together doing this advanced program, then that creates a harmony, effect of harmony.
Okay, beautiful. Yes, so our idea to create these big groups, to create them in each country. Thank you, Girish, for your beautiful answers, for such inspiring interview. And for everyone who wants to learn Transcendental Meditation, you can find information in the description and find the teacher next to your location. Thank you so much, Girish.
Thank you.